Greetings, this is Spence with 812-112 Salon Management. I'm here in my backyard and I wanted to take our training to another level, but I want to give something that I've been doing for the last, I would say 6 months. And what it is I've been doing is getting back to the basics and just learning about planning and growing. So what I wanted to do is while I was going through this process about planning and growing, I wanted to take you through a journey about how to grow your business, because I found out when I got back to nature, I found out the bare essentials of getting back to the basics of growing something and learning how to grow it. So I want to take you on this journey and show you some of the things that I've learned through just getting back to nature and planning and growing and how this relates to your business. Okay, what you see here is my ivory. So she is an assortment of two different ivories that came in from two different places. So what I had to do with this was I had to repot it. So as I went through the repotting stage, it was a very long ivory, but a lot of the branches died off. So what I look at is with this and how it relates to repotting or repositioning your business, only the strong will survive. Now this is my second ivory. So what you see here is this is an ivory that was repotted also. But the interesting thing about this ivory was it had outgrown the pot that it was in. So it was in a small pot, but it was continually growing, but it had outgrown the pot that it was in. So when your business is going through a transition and you're looking at saying you're trying to grow, you may need to get a bigger pot to grow in, because you're only going to grow to the size of the pot that you're in. Now, this is going to go through a transition process too, and some of the leaves will fall off, which happened to the last one. But what I'm noticing is, again, the whole process is only the strong will survive. Now what you see here is a flower bed that you see nothing in it. But even though you see nothing in it, I've been working on this flower bed since November last year. So I hadn't planted anything in it, but I've been continually getting the soil right. So I've been going to Starbucks, getting the coffee grains and stuff like that. Even though you don't see nothing in it, I have to make sure that I get the soil ready for what's about to transpire. So we're looking at the right things to plant in this soil, and this is one of my, I think I may plant some fall products or some flowers, some vegetables or something like that. But then, even though you see nothing, the soil is getting ready for what is about to be birthed in. What you see here is my gladiola. So what was interesting about this gladiola, it came in a bulb, and the package told me when to plant it. It said that this plant grows well and you have to plant it before March the 1st. Now it is already growing up off the ground, as you can see, and yesterday I was out here. It's growing so fast that notice it was actually growing, it was growing so strong, but I had to put a support system there because the plant is so strong, or the weight of the plant is so strong. I had to actually help brace it so it could go straight up. And so the bulbs, it won't hang over. Here's my other little rock garden, or whatever I want to call it. But you're seeing the same thing, gladiolas. There's some other little plants that sprinkle in it. But this garden here, or this flower garden here, this past weekend, I see a bulb that came out, and I was so excited. So it's about to start blossoming. The flowers will start coming out of it. And this happened, the process happened without me even knowing it. It happened overnight. Only thing what I did was just watered it every other day, just like the directions said, and it began to grow on its own. Now, what I like about these plants is they're perennials. That means that they'll grow every year. They'll die off, but they'll come back each year. So, just want to take observation of that. You may want to ask yourself, what does all of this have to do with growing your business? Well, what I found out is in this whole process of getting your hands back into the soil, learning what type of soil that you're planting in, because you may be trying to plant the wrong business in the wrong soil, meaning the soil and the climate that's in Texas is not the same climate that's in Arizona. So you want to look at the environment that you're planting your business. Just because you have a desire and you're saying that, oh, my business would do well here, how do you know? Have you checked the soil? Is there any other businesses that may, like a plant died off and it's not growing back? So you want to look at where you plant your business. And then another thing is, once you start your business, you want to actually, there's a growth phase, which is 2 years. You want to actually fertilize and water. And then you may want to get some other additives to help the growth. Like I use Miracle Grow. Now, I'm not trying to expedite the growth, but I'm trying to put additives to help the growth process. So in looking at your business, you want to look at the soil that you're trying to plant, and you want to look at the fertilizers that you're actually putting to help grow this business. So this is the actual nature part of wanting to teach you about how I got back in touch with planning and process and looking at how to grow these plants, so therefore I can better understand how to grow my business. My name is Spencer with 812-112 Salon Management.